What up, Toku fans? I'm back with another video. We're on episode 22 of Kamen Geats. And, sorry, mainly, I'm bloody love this episode just as much as episode 20. I didn't care much about episode 21 last time. It just wasn't me. It's just probably me, though, who thinks that. Episode 21 was alright, but... I don't know. We just didn't get much time with Lopo for that whole thing to set in. But this episode gets more emotional. As you know, I'll get to that later. And the ending is fucking cool, and I cannot wait for episode 23 next week. It's gonna be amazing. This episode's pretty silly too, in a way. I'm seeing how much Kira's grown a bit since... Well, I'll get to that. Alright, before I go on, I want to mention some things. I'll do my usual Pico review today of Hero Ghost Guy Pico and another episode of Digimon Ghost King. I'm also going to be doing two other reviews today, possibly. Mega Man X Day of Sigma, the 25-minute OVA. So I'll be reviewing that, along with the Delicious Party Pico movie. So subscribe to my anime channel, Kyo Phoenix, just for those two videos to come out soon with the others. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the review. So the episode opens up with Kira being interviewed, since they found out Lopo was in disaster. I can remember Buffer's name now, Michigana, in just a fact. Out of the three main characters, Kira, the actor playing Kira is around the same age as me in a way. I'm not shitting you. I'm literally older than most of the characters in Geats. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Watching characters that are actually younger than you. Oof, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, their actors haven't been in much. And I talk about what was revealed in the Twitter Kamen Geats has an official Twitter post. That... I didn't check the date, by the way, so I didn't know when this was going to happen, but that Geats is, since the actors are being in-character over the Twitter, for videos on the Twitter account, which I find pretty unique, even though I couldn't understand them. It was fun seeing them in character. Anyway, the one who supports Ace, the sponsor behind Ace's sponsor, is going to do a henshin of his own. But I'm not going to tell you when that's going to happen. Could be next week or the week after. Well, anyway, Kira's being interviewed about the disaster. That Lopo wasn't the disaster. She was the most obvious suspect. Even the audience believed it until the end of the last episode. Will be that Neon was the disaster, which was a great twist. I didn't see that coming. Though I didn't think it would be Neon at all. She was the least likely to be the disaster, alongside Ace. Maybe. I'm not much sure about him, but still, that was a good twist. Check out. I really loved this episode. Laugh my head off a little bit later. Seeing that happens, that made me laugh so hard. Not to cough though, but I laughed my head off. I just found it funny. And something that caught me off guard, sorry. Think about it now, still makes me laugh. Sorry, couldn't help myself. So yeah. Kira's not sure who the disaster might be, either Ace or Neon. And this is gonna be a lot of wins. So yeah, he's unsure about this. Neon gets sorry. After that we cut to Neon in her room where she has a disaster card. So she's been given new orders to sabotage the other players but I do it however she sees fit. But if she gets suspected, if they find out she's a disaster, not only will she be eliminated, but her wish will never be granted. Her desire she wrote down here will never be granted. That makes it even more tense when you're on. I agree with that. Neon's a really cool character. Cannot wait to see how this all ends, but hey, this story arc is going to be interesting. So yeah, so the intro arc, which is the first DGP, I like to call it. The second arc was the Game Master arc. Because it mainly focused on the Game Master in the second story. Even when Kamen came back. And this is the third arc, the Buffer arc. Or the Jamato. I'm just gonna call it the Jamato arc. Because this is when this is where the people behind the Jamato start to get more bolder with what they're doing. So yeah. Anyway. It's time for announcement. So yeah, the Game Master recaps what the recaps gives a refresh on the rules, what the rules are for this DGP. So only 3 allowed for the final round, and disaster. Someone's been assigned as a disaster. Sabotage their player. If the disaster managed to remain undetected, even after no matter who wins the game, they'll get their desire granted. But as I mentioned earlier, if they figure out, well, I already mentioned earlier, so I need to go over it again. So, yeah. And also, it's about voting process too. One of the least amount of votes will be eliminated as well. So, what about the audience reaction too? Right now, the smallest, there are 4 charts now, with Buffer being on there now, Michigana. And if I forget his name next again, I'll be just referring to him as Buffer as always. But I'm going to call him Michigana, but I may forget him later on as well. So anyway, it's nice to know that Michigana's back in the DGP, but sort of. Now being backed by the Jamatos and stuff. It's very confusing. The Game Master's just a lovable idiot. Like, he's just an idiot. I like him. He makes this DGP so funny. And what you saw in the preview was pretty hilarious. It's just basically one of the silliest episodes ever. So yeah, after that we get the opening, which is updated to include Damien now in the same section as Buffer. I like that. I'm really liking this. I just really enjoy it. I'm not sure if I mentioned this why when this new opening was revealed with the new cast. All the way back at weeks ago. That Geats in the intro, Geats has the other 2 buckles, the powerful ones, to be added in. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah. After that, the Game Master's very upset and bored. Well, the others are just playing. Well, is K1 Neon or along with Sumei just playing cards? It's kind of funny. I like Sumei too. She's just fun. She gets a good moment in this episode too. But I get that. I just can't stop laughing. I know you probably won't think it's funny. I can't help it. I have a stupid sense of humor most of the time. Anyway. So. Yeah, Jamato doesn't mean that Jamato attack in a while. which is raises a immediate red flag. Something's definitely going on. They're planning something. But the Game Master is too stupid to figure out. He's just bored and likes the entertainment. So he secretly calls the gardener, who's just a bit of an ass, telling him to figure things out himself. Which is revealed as part of their plan. Because they know, since they know this game, because it was Damien's idea, since this Game Master knows this Game Master's personality. So, yeah, this is what they plan to do, but we'll get that. So yeah, he immediately knows where he wants to go. Alright, the infection on Bubba's hand is getting worse. It's sprouting more. So yeah. Alright, Sumi announces that they're going to be facing off against the Game Master this time, since there are no Yamato attacks. So yeah, the Game Master has just become Kamen Rider Glare 2. That's what they call him. He just goes, Henshin! It was like that. I'm not kidding, he literally bends backwards before saying Henshin. Might be exaggerating, but it was. I just love this Game Master. He's just fucking hilarious. And it's revealed that it's it's a game of hide and seek in a way. The three must find. So, whoever finds the Game Master will win, but the Game Master remains while the Desert Star tries to sabotage. They have a few hours. This could be wrong on this. I'm not sure. I'm just say 2.5 hours. They both get 1/2 an hour out of something. I don't know. I'm just gonna say 2.5 hours, okay? Because I'm not sure if it's correct or not. So I'm just gonna assume it's 2.5 hours from now. Feel free to quote me in the comments down below. I'd be grateful. Because some franchise connections can make a mistake. The only way to get official Kamen Rider translation is to buy fucking DVDs, which I don't have. And Geats is not available on DVD at all yet. Makes sense. Anyway, I just today on PlayStation 4 I bought Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe. Yeah, he has a game, by the way. If you don't know the ABGN is, look him up. He has his own YouTube channel and stuff. I've gone to him just this year. I like him. I'll get those games later. Since they're thanks to premium, thanks to YouTube, thanks to PlayStation Plus, I was able to buy them. They're gonna be hard as shit. Go fuck. Sorry, off track. Also, conveniently, Chaos sets up a trap, and Sumi just says, "Be careful with traps too." No, she says it. And then he immediately triggers a trap. Just 1 second of the scene. Literally just not like a few seconds after that. And immediately he gets thrown away, Sumi. In a comedic way, we just go, like something on a YouTube budget. Like on a YouTube budget, Just their figures go, just spin off flying away like that. Like, they go, That made me laugh so hard, guys. I'm not kidding, that made me laugh so hard. I wasn't expecting that. Again, you may not think it's funny, but again, everyone has a different sense of humor. It's funny. Kay was the unlucky one triggering traps. He's getting the bad luck in this. He's been getting the bad luck so far. Being hit by the boost buckle a couple of times. Even at the end of the last episode, before the end of the last episode, he got hit by the boost buckle. To a cool moment. I just love that part. He getting hit by the buckle all the time. He's got the bad luck. Ironic. I'm not sure if it's ironic or not. Before the whole sponsor thing was revealed, sponsors can adjust a rider if they're choosing. I thought it was just K.O. being lucky. It wasn't running. early on it was a running joke that Cable would get lucky, get the boost buckle, but not be able to use it until the first part of the DGP ended. so I just love that part. Anyway, Neon's wanting to do what she can for her desire this time. It's comments is later though, so I'll get to that though. Anyway, you know that. She tells Kmart the Green Master went that way. He goes that way. Anyway, after he got dunked on by water for a trap. Cold water. He's just so funny. No, actor playing Michigana. That's not his real hair. Sorry. That's not his real hair. I don't know why I didn't know that. No, look at it. It definitely looks fake. I'm not gonna attend those part most of the time. Sorry. So, next trap Cable triggers is a cage trap. And conveniently, one of the Jamatos scribbles on him. Sorry, that bugs me. Anyway, Keiwa. So after the first half ends, the three are at the cafe. Talk about what happened. We see all the skills on Keiwa's face. So yeah, Ace meanly suspects that she's the sister. Yeah, I think he always suspected it was her. I noticed that she deliberately tricked him up, but he didn't argue in a way. Even Ace comments on, they're having. It's kind of like them having a lovers quarrel. He comments on, he literally says something like that when those lines. Okay, I think that's a joke to the people who ship those two together. I'd actually be happy those two end up together. If they're having, we don't really see any romanticness building up. We know she trusts Keiwa. And there could be a hint of romance in there. Who knows? As long as it naturally develops, if it is romance, if it naturally develops, and they get together at the end of the series, I'm okay with it. I do promise to watch Kamen Rider Ryuki and Kamen Rider Revice before the movie releases, well, on Kiss Asian. Or the crossover movie releases. Geats will definitely have a crossover movie with Oshama Sentai Kinoja sometime this year. Sometime later this year. I mean, come on. Last Super Sentai Kamen Rider crossover we had was Kamen Rider Sword or Kamen Rider Saber or whatever, crossover with Kiga Sentai Zenkaija, with them introducing Kamen Rider Revice in the climax of the film. So we haven't had a we haven't had a crossover movie since then. Accusing of the Tone of Oshama Sentai Kinoja, which will be airing on March 5th, 2023. Yep, it's going to be airing on 5th of March by the official Twitter account. So set your calendars for March 5th. Oh, by the way, my birthday's in 3 days' time. Yeah, I'm turning 22 this Wednesday. So look forward to that. I would do a special video that day. If I remember what the first show I ever watched as a kid. If I remember the first show, I would have done a video on that for Wednesday. Anyway, as Neon leaves the restaurant, she's followed by a guy on telling her giving back her mirror. This guy's a bit rude, in a way, saying that she's ungrateful and that not everyone's a fan of hers. Bit of a dickhead. And he does make a good comment. He seems like he knows something. Of course, they were arguing about that bit, but he seems to know more than he lets on. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. Anyway. Oh, pardon me. Anyway, and she keeps trying to, since he commented on her, trying to cast doubt on Ace. You know? Then she keeps trying to spread misfortune onto other people. Then misfortune will come back to bite her. And that misfortune will come back to bite her. She leaves angrily. I think he's trying to help her or something. I don't know who he is. He seems to know more than he's letting on. Why would he say those specific things? You didn't be such a rude dick. Anyway, the second half officially begins. Second half begins, and actually no. Well, the second half. Anyway, later that night, Ace is talking to his sponsor. You know, commenting about how the Jamato haven't shown up in a while, and Ace thinks something's definitely up. The sponsor thinks so too. He knows that the Jamato sponsor is up to something, but what? So they better keep their eyes open, keep their guard up. They're definitely up to something. We just don't know. Anyway, second half begins. On the construction site. It's comedic. So yeah, the whole thing is about sorry. The whole thing is about them chasing. Oh yeah, forgot to mention. Forgot to mention that. Yes, two soldiers. Help. He has two soldiers. He's controlling two riders. I think they're just people who work on the DGP as well. I don't think it's forced mind control like with Punchak. I feel bad for him though. He's a good guy. He didn't deserve to die. He was just doing what he was told. For the sake of what? No. Rest in peace, Punchak. That means he's dead too. Unless he isn't. He died with a helmet on, but when sorry. Anyway, it's gonna be a thing. While the Game Master's hiding, he ends up in unspared trouble. According Michigama, Damien, and the Jamato sponsor are there. Yeah, just saying. And so, he quickly calls his bad guys to help. Yeah. So, yeah, not sure what's going on. Anyway, a little bit earlier. Sorry, apologize. Ace was aiming for the Jamato, but Neon got hit instead. Blaming that, but trying to cast doubt on Ace, saying that he hit on purpose, that he's the disaster. You know? And we all think King will believe her, but it's real that he didn't. And he makes good points too. If Ace was a disaster, he wouldn't do it so sloppily. I thought Ace is a trickster, remember? He could come up with a scheme. If he was a disaster, he'd be able to work his way around it to easily cast doubt on others without casting doubt on himself. So, I agree. I obviously knew it wasn't Ace from the beginning. Maybe he's a protagonist. So, and as obviously wasn't Kawa, he's too trusting. I didn't really, And last time I mentioned, I didn't suspect it being Neon either, but it turns out to be her. Ace actually comments on how much she's changed since he joined the DGP. And yeah, you kind of notice that. She was just a good person. I guess she's changed a bit. Meanwhile, Game Master is defeated and detentions. The Yamato sponsor actually after his vision driver. Because she has some type of card too. No, it's different though. Some type of device, and we find out there. Geats' sponsor, Ace's sponsor, shows up, saying that she's ruining all the fun. And reveals what he could do. He can henshin too. I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't want to spoil it till I get to the end. So he does it differently. He doesn't have a vision driver or desire driver. So the sponsors get their own drivers too. That's clever. He uses uses the same looking card as the Yamato sponsors. He just touches it on him and a driver appears. Henshin. He never slaps his fingers and says Henshin. Like Ace, just not in the same position. But snapping the fingers. As he said, he is Ace's fan, so that makes sense. And his rider form is pretty cool. His Henshin is so cool. I love his rider form. And that's where the episode ends. Next episode, the DGP will be postponed indefinitely. And next episode 23 is going to be epic. I'm excited, guys. I'm fucking excited. Next episode is going to be awesome. And Ace and Sponsor are going to be henchling together. It's going to be so cool. I cannot wait. Anyway, but that's all for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel. You know, Kish will be up to date or videos that comes in the future. Sorry, that just bugs me. I don't know why that happens. And be sure to subscribe to my anime channel for content I plan to post later. Okay, thank you all. Thank you guys. I'll see you all next time. Go. Sorry, I already said that again. I didn't mean the same mistake again. I made that mistake once before. Anyway, I'm on Z.